we saw was a lot of great execution, but the ones that really sort of picked up the silverware were campaigns that really had it started with an insight. And I think if there was one area that, more work could be done by the agencies is really sort of understanding what is that kind of key fresh insight that can kind of unlock a way of and a strategy behind it. And when it stuck together and that you could see that work was done, it was clear the work was much better. What you're seeing is some work that we wouldn't have seen 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, that's I don't think you can say, well, what was the Asia angle for this campaign? We weren't looking at it from, is this a strong campaign for Asia Pacific? We were looking to it as, is this a campaign that stacks up against the world? Asia and certainly the sort of thinking and the innovation that's taking place is absolutely where the world's best is. I mean, that's certainly my feeling, that is certainly the feeling of my fellow jurors. One of the trends that we're seeing is that, the whole definition of media is kind of expanding, and a lot of the media that we saw were being created, by brands specifically out of nowhere, and that to me was also exciting. We saw, wash basins and laundromats and computer games the size of entire buildings, as media to promote the brands. We also saw that branded content become a much more prominent play. It wasn't just the extra bit that was added in, the nice to have. In some campaigns, it was absolutely at the centre of what they were trying to do. And then possibly a third trend we saw was that one-off events, stunts, ambient media, those sort of one-off media traditionally have been very kind of niche things, but because of social media, they've absolutely scaled those events to become much more higher reaching and therefore more effective media than we've seen, and that's something that we've seen that looks pretty new over the last couple of years. So yeah, all in all, I think we were impressed. I think media is definitely stretching the boundaries, and as a result, we're seeing some terrific work.